What is up, YouTube? It is Onion Bomb here, and welcome back to another Entropy visual novel episode part read through. Forget what I call it, but I'm actually recording this back to back. So I just finished recording last part, and I'm going for more. I guess a little risky because I've been reading for a while already. So and. Well, I was starting to get a little stumbly already. But I want to go for it because I'm actually really into this. I want to get more recorded because it took me. I think I just saw my last upload and this was 3 weeks ago. I think it's a month. I'm sorry. I apologize. I really do. I would hopefully we'll get better. We'll get better. Starting right now. Hopefully the audio is all good because that's my problem with I record in bulk. If I have a mistake that I'm overlooking, I record the mistake in bulk. So hopefully audio is all good. It looks good in my end, the desktop audio or the music rather. Seems like it's good and my voice is good. Hopefully, I don't know, but we have arrived at Mammoth Hot Springs. Last time we met up with Schrodinger and Professor Planck. Oh, that's another thing. I'm not gonna get. Maybe I'll edit something in if it's something crazy, but I am not gonna get to read the comments, I guess, because the video's not up yet. I just got done recording it, so if there's something I was asking if Professor Planck was new or not, if something like that. If someone told me something and I didn't, I will read that, but I just haven't yet. That's why I might act like something wasn't told to me when it was. So yeah, let's get started here. Mammoth Hot Springs, Swan Lake, Roaring Mountain, Firehole River. Americans sure have a quirky way of naming things, and their taste for scenic place names is no less peculiar. Well, what time is it now? It's time for you to get a watch. Ah! And then she start crying. Planck, who had switched back to the driver's seat, suddenly seems to remember something and presses Walt for time. Give me a moment. The young man lacking a wristwatch was not a word that I'm ready for after already an hour and a half of reading already. The young man lacking a wristwatch twists his body to grab the wrist of one of the girls in front of him. This is before the era of phones. I guess it's time for Walt to get a watch. Oi, 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 do you chose death? Do you chose death? Turning a deaf ear to Tesla's protest, Walt, this really puts his life on the line and focuses his eyes on that small round surface. Report for the professor. It is 10:43. Piss off! Ah! Oh, there was another smack. With a complete lack of restraint, Tesla flips her hand and strikes her elbow with such force that that she even dislodges her own glasses. Dang, man, the elbow shot, that can hurt. I can't use the watch. She asked the one person who didn't have a watch, I guess. At once, a tragic, mournful howl resonates throughout the entire van. Ha 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 ha. Anyway. Oh no, anyway, it looks like we need to catch up. The long-haired big sister violently changes gear. and immediately slams on the accelerator. Those who are here for the first time, please look to your right. The camper suddenly lurches forward, first bypassing several sapphire-colored springs, then crossing over a large bridge. Then it turns off the main highway and rushes up a relatively gentle slope, only to immediately perform a sharp brake with a 90-degree drift. Oh, we're going to crash! Save us! Oh! And right at this moment, with Welt in a state of shock. Whoa. We died. We get a huge column of water about 30 to 40 meters tall shoots high into the air from a basin behind the hillside, spewing out a large quantity of white mist, much like a volcanic eruption. Oh, the old faithful guide. Okay, we were just looking. Okay. What a coincidence. We actually I thought we like crashed into the geyser for a second. Oh my, oh my, we've definitely hit the jackpot. Winter is indeed much more spectacular than summer. I don't know. Winter, I feel like, has great PR. Because you get, like, you see, like, with all, like, the snow, and it looks nice, and then, like 90% of the time, it's just cold. And it's just, like, cold. Like, you don't get to, you can just get a little snow, and it just, like, it's not just, like, a sludgy on the roads, like, on the edges, just to, like, be annoying, and it's I don't know. I don't know if I like winter as much as I feel like a lot of people, when it comes to their favorite seasons, they say winter, but it can be very, very nice. But so can these other seasons. Especially fall. Fall definitely has its moments. But I don't know. It being so much better than summer sometimes, as something, I don't know. Einstein just said it kind of lightly, but it being so much better than summer, crazy. I don't know about that one. Although this attraction is named Old Faithful because it is very punctual, it actually has 2 intervals. I guess it depends on where you're located as well. 65 minutes and 91 minutes. The exact interval is said to determine or depend on the size of each eruption. So how about that? Aren't we all very lucky today? Just in time for the geyser. Professor, please stop being a tease. This was no dumb luck. Especially given that the park forecasts and updates the eruption times every day. We still kind of made it there, like, right at the time, I feel like. I feel like there's still some luck involved. Schrodinger, always, no matter the situation, you just say something, anything, and all sense of mystery and wonder is dispelled. Thank you, that is indeed my strength. I was that close to a new chapter. If I knew that, I would have just finished it in the last video. Oh well. Yeah, live and learn. I mean, I guess technically, through editing, I could do that, but... what? Let's just keep going. Maybe we'll get a whole new... I am only 9 minutes in this recording, about 10 minutes in this point. I think I am going to try at least get one more chapter in. I feel like that'd be cool. Mountain time, 11:38. We've arrived at Yellowstone. Here's the lunch I prepared for everyone in the morning. Let's eat while we walk. After a long and arduous trek, the Volkswagen Type 2 camper van is finally given a chance to rest its weary engine in the West Thumb parking lot. As the group file out one by one from the camper van, Schrodinger announces the obvious details of their destination to the group in her usual stilted voice. On the north side of the parking lot, an area designated Duck Lake is surrounded by a temporary perimeter fence marked by a restricted area sign. The local police have set up a sentry box nearby. Frank gives them cordial and familiar greeting and leads the group through the fence into the enclosed area. Ooh. Passing through the fence, it becomes clear that Duck Lake had long ago been drained of water. No more water in Duck Lake, and the lake bed now lies in full view of everyone. Walt is puzzled as to why the scene before him resembles a stone pit or quarry instead of an actual lake. Tesla furrows her brow, immediately ducks behind Walt to hide in his shadow. She seems to have noticed something. What's the matter? What Ryan luck? Of all the times it could happen, it just had to be today. Huh? Lost and confused, Walt begins looking around in all directions, searching for an answer. But all he seems to notice is a group of people dressed impeccably in black, riding an open top elevator from the bottom of the lake, heading up towards them. And this group appears to be led by a woman dressed in a masculine leisure suit and wearing a ponytail. She certainly cuts an extraordinary figure. At the same time, Walt can feel Tesla frantically tracing circles on his back with a finger. What is wrong with you, Dr. Tesla? Hi, Nancy. Nancy? Who's Nancy? Already finished with your tour? Ignoring Tesla and Walt mumbling to each other, Plank greets the arriving personnel in a calm and collected manner. There's Nancy. Hello. Nancy, I believe, is another new character. I don't think I've been introduced to Nancy. And if I'm mistaken, I'm sorry. I try to pay attention and take in as much information as I can with these Honkai stuffs, but it has been a lot. It has been a lot, so apologies if something slips through the cracks, especially if it wasn't like that crazy at the time. The gaze of Nancy passes by Plank and Schrodinger before resting upon Einstein and the others. Are these all your students? It can be said so. The long-haired big sister narrows her eyes and stares at Walt. Actually, we are members of the Imperial Institute Lab 42. Imperial Institute? Maybe I personally, I wouldn't give information to people I didn't know who they are. Like, what if these guys aren't people we should be telling people to? I mean, I think we're good, but you never know. I don't know. The lady in menswear appears to be stunned for a few seconds. From London? Yes. We got London on the track. Oh. With a faint smile, she walks up to the front of Walt's face and begins staring her two eyes, gazing at a position just behind Walt's back. Focusing. Well, the hand drawing circles on his back stops as if on cue. The lady takes one step closer. Walt feels like their noses are about to bump into each other. Although Walt can hardly breathe properly, the other person's gaze remains fixated on a specific spot behind Walt's head, as though Walt himself is a cloud of transparent air. Should I perhaps move out of the way? Of course, be my guest. She doesn't even bother to make proper eye contact with the young man. You know, that X in her hair, that's like the hairband thing, that's like an X. That looks familiar, but I can't tell if that's just something, but... sniff, sniff. The menswear lady extends her neck and begins sniffing around Tesla's body. Okay. What are you doing? Sniff, sniff. Hey, that's sexual harassment. Sexual harassment. And, that's from South Park. Still sniffing. Sniff, sniff. Einstein, Plunk, Schrodinger, aren't you going to come and help me deal with her? Sniff, sniff. Why is she sniff? That's like 8 sniffs so far. Enough. What the hell are you doing? If you keep doing that, I'm going to get real angry. Oh? The menswear lady abruptly strains her posture to an upright position. That would indeed be really scary. I remember that one year you got just a tiny bit angry, then you almost had my office burnt down to a crisp. Isn't that right? With a faint smile, she slowly recounts word by word what apparently sounds like a rather horrifying incident. That incident was not my fault, but still, I think it was a good thing that your building burnt down and collapsed, you cheapskate. Ooh. On the opposite side of the ring, Tesla refuses to back down or show any weakness, instead of tossing back a look of disdain. I cannot communicate with someone like you who lacks common sense in fiscal matters. I cannot communicate with sport, filthy rich brats who grew up in privilege and wealth. Do you know what kind of people I hate the most? Those who speak of liberal democracy, of benevolence, justice, poverty, and virtue, yet they conduct research on weapons of mass destruction dedicated to achieving world domination. Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Don't you feel just a little bit conflicted, Miss Tesla? Yes, you're not fond of inventing weapons, but do you think that even if you stop inventing new weapons, there'll be no more people dying from wars? There'll be a day when both sides of a war will no longer be able to bear the cost of starting one, and that is our responsibility as inventors to bring about such a day. This is the only way to end all war. What else did your family do apart from filling their coffers, winning the approval and praise of the pampered rich? Can there ever be a higher purpose to such a lifestyle? What is this about a General Electric company, or should I say General Pathetic Company. I don't know what happened. I went down the entire wrong pipe. I was just trying to be like, I eat the popcorn because it's getting good, but I don't have probably had a drink. But dang. And I had the hiccups. Perfect. Oh, but they're beefing right now? Are they at beef? You really went ahead and said it. Of course I dare say it. I'm exercising the bare minimum of my right to free speech. Hey, you are in America? Okay, then. Free speech? For a loser bitch who refuses to speak politely. Oh no. A minor mishap may be considered a major blessing, don't you think? The mouth of the menswear lady twitches a little, and she makes a gesture as though she is signaling for someone. What are you thinking of doing? What do you think I want to do? The menswear lady cocks her head innocently to one side. Hey, this is happening in broad daylight. Poor Tesla becomes even more nervous when she sees the other person feigning innocence. Foo. Foo, ha 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 ha. Nancy, who even are you, bro? Like, what is happening right now? Like, are we here for Honkai stuff or like a boxing match between them two? Let's just calm down, everyone. The Menswear lady can't hold it anymore. Without any hesitation, she begins laughing heartily towards the sky, and the previous feeling of tension and aloofness completely evaporates. You scoundrel! What are you laughing at all of a sudden? Ha 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 ha. But she is weak. Nothing in particular. The other woman tries hard to hold back her laughter. I just wanted to say something like that once in a while, and your response was really amusing. How could you be so cute? You pervert! What? A few minutes later. I too understand the current situation. The mentor lady, who had long since recovered her cool demeanor, nods indifferently. The investigation will be left to you. Pew pew. Well, I got really messed. I just keep coughing. Pew pew, my students are simply terrific. The long-haired big sister makes an exaggerated motion to intimidate the firing of a submachine gun. Oh, pew 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 pew. Yes, indeed, especially that red-haired one. She seems full of fighting spirit now. Ho ho, that's a good look. You should keep it up. The menswear lady suddenly reaches out and pats Tesla's head before strutting away without so much as a second thought. Tesla doesn't seem happy. Abominable. This woman. You wait and see. As payback for today's events, I must redouble my efforts. That person just now, she was a bit scary, wasn't she? A little at first, and then she just got kind of crazy. I don't know. will scratch his head, completely oblivious to the context underlying the entire interaction. Nancy Thomas Alva Edison, the patron of the North American branch, can be considered the actual person in charge. Okay, so she's Edison. The gang's all here. We got all the scientists. Many people in private prefer to refer to her as Princess Nancy. Is it because she's always so overbearing and arrogant, so aggressive and moody? Not only that, thanks to her family, this person is very, 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 very rich. Many berries. With much deliberation contained anger, Tesla recites a total of 5 berries. I was gonna say like 5 berries. I was right. It is fair to say that she brought out the entire North American branch. Isn't she a very powerful person then? It should be said that she is more powerful than you could ever imagine. Red Twintails pouts with a slightly despicable expression. So she got that Mr. Beast money. Today we put five people on an island from London. She is undoubtedly a genius, whether it be the art of invention or art of a business. She is still a genius. An evil genius. If you don't consider some of her other qualities, she is indeed an outstanding, extraordinary person. We have a conflict in ideologies, and on top of that, personal grievances. Anyway, forget it. It'll get annoying if you keep asking. Unfortunately, Tesla did suffer a bit during her internship under Edison. Oh, so she interned. Okay. Let's just consider the two of them as having an ill-fated star-crossed relationship. As Professor Planck explained, she takes her turn to pat Twintail's head. This time, she does not offer any resistance. Sure. Anyway, we should end discussion on this topic. Schrodinger glares grudgingly at Tesla, pulls out her ID card and swipes the activating device of the elevator. Let's hurry up and enter the ruins. And while we were advancing toward the center to which all the weight is drawn, note, the poetry recalled by Welt is from Dante's Divine Comedy. Animal translation Inferno. Canto, no. The original Chinese text omits the last line without which the verse does not make sense in English. In Chinese, so I've read. Oh yeah, I can read that. Okay, something. Shivering in the eternally cold shadow. Is this the same thing? Yeah, okay. I know not if it was will or destiny or chance. So cold. So cold. So what is that? That was from like a poem thing. It's in Dante's Comedy and then something Dante's Inferno? Something like that. So cold. This is how it is with an open top elevator. Please bear with it just a little longer. Alright, assistant. Well, such a delicate flower already struggling at 5 degrees below 0. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in January when it's minus 20 degrees just to see your reaction. Sorry, I really don't like the cold. Then work hard to train your body. At some stage, I want to take you to the Antarctic. What did you... Even you, Einstein? Even you? See, that's why, like... What he say he doesn't like the cold. Why would you take him to the Antarctic? Just like me, like, I don't like spiders. And, like... So I'm like, I'm never going to Australia. The spiders too big. Too big. And sometimes, like, friends would say, like, we should go to Australia, like, as a joke or something. Like, we're going to Australia. It's like, no. Why? Like, that's the one place I'm saying I'm not going. I'm actively telling I'm not going there. You know? Even you, Einstein, even you. Oh my god, is this Fallout? I actually never really played those games, so I don't know why, but I saw, like, a vault. This is... Although it is difficult for anyone half frozen in the cold wind to express any sort of emotion, Walt's eyes betray his great shock at the scene before them. It is a large, solemn yet incongruous looking door. The heavy-duty metal door is covered in many scratches accumulated over many millennia, yet on the panel surface, one can still clearly distinguish a line of simple but odd text. What in the world is simple about that? Eba Dagami Tashi Hanu. I just feel like I just summoned something with a chant. For the next generation to fight is up to us. It is for the future that we must fight. That's an approximation of its meaning. So we gotta fight for the future. The Finn's voice becomes a little tense and excited. Truly a professional. You can even translate it directly. Well. The librarian scratches his head, embarrassed. It's just that, compared to the others, I have access to research materials that are a lot closer to the original source, I guess. Besides, if it is an audio-visual resource... Still coughing. If it's an audio-visual resource, I can only ask my student, someone better qualified to interpret my steed. I still low-key have the hiccups, and I think that one, like, almost exploded me. Ask a student? Even then, you are already talented enough. After all, humans cannot compete with machines. We digress. The long-haired big sister snaps her fingers. So the sound effects are a little trippy. Sometimes, which I'm not ready for. Shall we all enter, everyone? Oh my, we in the caves now, boys. Walking through the ruins while chewing on a meaty burger. For Walt, this is truly a novel experience. The structure of ruins is reminiscent of the ancient city of Petra as seen in a certain geographic magazine, or some dwarven city as described as by Tolkien. Petra, Greek, is a ancient city in Jordan. Historically, has been a major trading town situated strategically on the main thoroughfare, allowing transactions between the east and the west. Petra is a very unique city. Its entrance is a narrow canyon about 1.5 kilometers long, surrounded by cliffs. All the main buildings in this city had been carved out from the rustic sandstone cliffs. In the huge underground cavern, high-powered floodlights marked with a General Electric trademark pour bright light upon both natural forms, stalagmites, and artificially carved buildings alike. Remnants of individual rooms are scattered about as though there were stars under a night sky. These structures are connected by an ancient plank. That's Plank. My best friend Plank. Walkways made from a metal resembling stainless steel, and the Alturian industrial design of it all gives one sense of solidarity and reliability. The crumbling fences and the dilapidated walls, together with the scrapped machine equipment, form a complex labyrinth. The entire lamentful scene is reminiscent of Pompeii buried under volcanic ash. Pompeii, but if you close your eyes, does it almost feel... was one of the ancient Rome cities, and was buried by volcanic ash erupting from Mount Vesuvius on August 24, 79 AD. Since the time in Pompeii was permanently fixed at August 24, 79 AD, historians and archaeologists could learn much about the life of many Romans during the first century. For a historian like Ellis Nokavernitin, such a scene is undoubtedly eye-opening. In fact, he begins behaving like a child visiting a museum for the first time, excitedly taking notes, lying flat on the ground, observing various minutine without any regard for his own dignity or the presence of others. What in the world? Wow, Mila! With tomato sauce on his face. Oh, they're eating burgers. I forgot, but I thought I don't know what I thought happened there. With her, so Dr. Novacanerton is completely mind blown. Oh, it's magic! Isn't that a geek? Spewing breadcrumbs from his mouth, why call his full government Dr. Novacanerton now? What happened to the fin? Dances and gesticles with joy. Look, there are formulas left on this blackboard. Last, is it too faint and I can't get the general gist of it? Speaking of which, what was the name of that one theory you guys were studying? Something about M theory, right? M theory is a theoretical system in physics that attempts to unify various forms of superstring theory. Although a complete formulation of M theory has not yet been found, this theory should be able to describe abstract objects called brands. brains, a membrane-like set of points in high-dimensional space, directly generalizing from the concept of single point in one dimension, as well as being able to approximate 11-dimensional supergravity at low energies. With cream-covered fingertips, Bro is snacking. Dr. Novacanon attempts to pull someone over. One after another, the girls begin to distance themselves from this man who has cast aside all self-restraint probably because they can't tolerate his wild enthusiasm. Schrodinger. Yes? This place is actually very sturdy in construction. After tucking away the wrapping paper from her eaten lunch, Mophead directs her searchlight towards a reinforced bracket at the top of the cavern. Most of these difficult-to-spot brackets are overgrown with stalactites, so it is clear that the supports are not modern creations. The corkscrew girl nods and rapidly devours the last piece of sandwich in her hand. That's right, the supporting structure is intact. There is no risk of falling rocks. So all this rubble at the bottom, the destruction must have been man-made, yes? Can't be wrong about that. Foreign invasion, infighting, infectious disease? Who knows? That would be the Finns. Shh. Schrodinger was midway through her response when Einstein suddenly places her index finger on her own lips. You hear that? Seems like there is some noise. Other than music? Schrodinger shakes her head. I can't hear anything either. Tesla speaks in a hushed tone. Can't you guys hear? A very tiny but sharp piercing sound. A little bit like the tinnitus. Einstein closes her eyes, jams her pinky fingers into both her ears, twists them around a few times, then, oh man, she's like focusing, then suddenly pulls them back out. Nope, the noise is still there. I'm not hallucinating. I heard it too that one time. Actually, I don't know if my headphones are just loud, but that kind of, like, it wasn't a pleasant noise. But we really can't hear anything now? No? The Finn who had finally wiped his face clean stares blankly at Welt. Well, I can't hear anything either. Welt also shakes his head. Mosquito tone? Plank places a palm to her forehead. In fact, it seems to be an extremely high frequency, this mosquito tone. Even Nicola can't hear it anymore. Can you tell where the source of the noise is, Lisa? I'll try. Mophead closes her eyes, places both hands to her ears, and concentrates on determining the direction of that tiny piercing noise. Tesla hurries forward and holds her arm, guiding her along the path. What's a mosquito tone? Walt has absolutely no idea what the scientists are busy doing this time. In simple terms, it's an ultrasound that only a miner can hear. It most likely caused by some man-made facility that is still operational down here. Mosquito tones are tones usually produced by special sound waves with frequencies of around 77.4 kilohertz. The ear's hearing of these sounds can decline sharply after the age of 18, and they can be heard at all ages by the age, or they can't be heard at all ages by the age of 25. Well, I missed that by 1 year. I am 26, so if they actually played that mosquito tone, I guess I wouldn't be able to hear it. I missed the wave. But I did hear something, so I guess that was just for visual or audio effect. Visual effect, audio effect. But if there was anything else, maybe that would be kind of cool if they put that in. And like people watching this, like under 18, would be like, "Oh, the noise!" I'd be like, "I can hear that." Kind of like what they're doing. What's going on with them? On the other hand, everyday imitations of mosquito sounds, including those from real mosquitoes, produce sound waves with frequencies of about 8 kilohertz, which can be heard by most people with normal hearing. Focused on helping Einstein, Tesla gives a few words of explanation while looking back at him. There is a wall in front. Be careful of the step. Wait, this is the dead end. We need a detour. Following Einstein's lead, the group slowly ventures into the depths of the ruins. Along the way, in addition to those baffling installations from the previous civilization, there are also many relics from the most recent times. Numerous bones, unweathered and intact early 19th century rifles, and even some tents that were apparently from the local Shoshone tribe. Shoshone is an indigenous tribe that was widely active in the western United States and northern Mexico. Its language belongs to the Uto-Aztecian family. In the strategy game Sid Meier's Civilization 5, developed by Fixrock's game, Shoshone appeared as a civilization. Leader was Pocatello. So that's Civ 5. I have not played Civilization, but heard good things. These, what are these? These nuts. I'm sorry. That was very low-hanging fruit. Even Walt understood that the rifle in front of him, along with other objects, could not have been more than 200 years old. Don't know. The Finn shakes his head. At such a location underground, I cannot figure out how there could be traces of current civilization activity. Could it be an investigator previously hired by organization? Impossible. I've never heard of the organization working with the indigenous tribes. So, has this place ever been used as a refuge by indigenous people? Do you think they could have had the ability to drain the lake above us? With the world always changing, perhaps at one point in time, this lake did not exist. Even so, how did they get through the large front door, which literally required hydraulic pumps to breach from the outside? That's... Shh. That's a shh. Plant makes a gesture signaling them to please speak more softly. If you are really curious, I think there is a famous quote in a novel that fits this situation just now. La humane sagesse et tout entaille de si idexement. Why is that in French? All human wisdom is contained in these two words: wait and hope. Account of Monte Cristo. I truly spelled the same thing. I think this is the spot. The group has halted in front of a room deep in the ruins. Thank you for your effort. Cover your ears and rest a while. Leave the opening of the door to us. Planck urges Einstein while at the same time studying the mechanism on the containment door. Crunch! To everyone's surprise, the mysterious door opens with only a light tug from Planck. What the hell? I'm not that rough a woman, you know. But nobody cares, Professor. What is this? On the other side of the door is a normally clean room. On all four walls, some material resembling plastic wallpaper has already liquefied and crumbled away. But remarkably, the ivory-colored table in the center of the room is almost spotless. On the table sits a weird machine with many tubular protrusions within red and green. Fluorescent lights flicker inconsistently. There shall be no more strange noises from now on. Schrodinger picks up the weird machine from the table and takes out a bar-shaped battery-like object from its base. From the look of its structural design, this should be an ultrasonic generator. I don't know how it could have remained functional for so long. Ultrasound, so the mosquito tone was just a secondary effect? Pancake lifts the portable torch over her shoulder and looks back out towards the door. Aishiro, can you still hear the sound? No, it's gone. To show that she indeed is no longer affected, the girl walks to the door with her head raised. Wait, this is... Suddenly, the girl's eyes widen, aided by the torchlight on someone's shoulder. She is able to notice something on the ceiling. Whoa. No, this can't be. This. To the youngs who came here, I leave the last solium to you. Knight of Maiden Castle. H. Lunium Darv. The Finn, upon raising his head, exclaims in surprise. Isn't that English? Modern English? I guess that is. I can understand it. Read it. It's really true. That writing is to the young ones who came here. I leave the last solium to you. Knight of the Maiden Castle. H. Lunium Dory A. What is this? Schrodinger, the machine you are holding, is it missing something? Well, let me see. Corkscrew ponytail places the mysterious machine on the ground. I'm kind of weak. He describes these the girls by their hair on the ground and begins dismantling it. It should open up here. Oh, there it is indeed, a cavity in it, and a receptacle. An ultrasonic solium recorder. Tesla's eyes suddenly flash with excitement. Like things are getting intense. The music and everything. It must be this H person who wants to entrust us with the data and the solium. So, could it be some very important data? Schrodinger places the mystery machine back on the table, then gestures before the excited twin tails. It must be that this H somebody had hidden in a location that is more secure and better concealed, don't you think? So why did he or did she do this? Wouldn't it be better to leave it intact if you want to give it to future generations to study? Maybe this person had some urgent reason to transfer the solium to a new location. So you want to say that some ancient person had taken the solium and left this clue for us? Schrodinger shrugs her shoulders in a non-communal manner. In that case, shouldn't there be a clearer hint? Not some vague ambiguous text. No matter how you look at it, it seems more likely that someone has stolen the solium and is now pulling my leg. Well, furthermore, according to this reasoning, we are not the same, not the first. Londonderry, a city in Northern Ireland. All of a sudden, and out of the blue, the mophead who had been silent all this time speaks up. The twin tails who had been lost for words and suddenly reached an epiphany. Yes, Londinium was the old name for the London in ancient Rome. For London in ancient, not Finland. Londinium, also known as Roman London, was founded in about 43 AD and later evolved into today's British capital, London. Between 190 and 225 AD, the Romans built a sturdy wall for Londinium as one of the largest projects in British province at the Great Wall at that time, and it was famous as the Great Wall of Hadrian. The London Wall stood for nearly 2,000 years. Yeah? Wait, why Northern Ireland? Of all places whose name includes the word London, only Londonderry has the nickname Maiden City or Castle. This is because historically it has never been captured by foreign enemies. Londonderry, called Derry, or Dory, by the Irish, is a city in the northwestern part of Northern Ireland in the United Kingdom, and is also the country seat of Londonderry Country. The city has a nickname, Maiden City, because its walls have never been hit by artillery, shells during the recent wars. It is also one of the very few cities that the Europe walls, Europe whose walls have never been breached. For the average person, the London's popularity is likely to come from the song Londonderry Air. Incidentally, Dory is also Gaelic for dairy, so that's double evidence. Yeah, it's same thing. Oh, that's it. Oh my, she's eyes. Twin Tails looks admirably at a roommate. That may be just a coincidence still. Schrodinger is still not particularly convinced. How in the world can there possibly be such a coincidence? From a mathematical perspective, don't even talk about it. Even the conception of conception of birth of a person is a zero probability event. In probability theory, if the probability of an event is zero, it is called a zero probability event, which means that the event almost certainly does not happen. Since in an infant set, the probability of an event depends on its measurement in the sample space. There are indeed possible but almost certainly improbable events. For example, take any number from all real numbers, and the number is rational. Don't talk to me about mathematics. What does this have to do with the maths? Ahem. Seeing that the direction of the two girls' dispute has slowly deviated off track, Big Sister Plank deliberately clears her throat. At the moment, we cannot confirm anything yet. I do have an idea, but I don't know whether you'll agree. Before introducing her proposition, she gives Tesla a sly glance. Late night, the next day. On the flight back to London. Oh, we're going back? We're going back already? I guess we saw what we needed to see. On the flight back to London, a terminally bored Welt returns the playing cards to their box. One more round of the single player game called Solitaire, and he felt like he could vomit. Patience in European or Solitaire in North America is a single player game. Oh, it's called Patience in Europe, that involves the Windows version. With the Windows version, its official Chinese translation is quite simply playing cards. Interesting enough, since Windows became a standard operating system, government employees have been playing the game during business hours, and it has become a common problem worldwide. In 2006, when the then mayor of New York City, Michael Bloomberg, saw a civil servant playing Solitaire with an office computer, he decided to fire him immediately to serve as a warning to others. Solitaire's fun. Every once in a while, I have an app on my phone. I hop on it. Let's apparently Google has a Solitaire here. You know what? We go big or go home. Let's go hard here. Okay, so this is it has to be the opposite color. I got nothing. Am I wrong? I got nothing. Because I can't do any of that. Yeah, I see it. Oh yeah, I have to. Okay. Oh yeah, I got that. Got that. Oh, I can move that there. Perfect. Okay, red. No. Red 8. No. Ooh, I can do that. And then I can do. Oh no, I can't. Okay, I can do that. Is there a red 6 somewhere? Oh, there's red 6. There's a. Oh yeah. Oh wait. No. Wait. I need that. I need the thing behind it. I could. No. Oh. Wait. Is there? No. Crap. Blackjack. No red queen. Ah, there's a red queen. But now I need a king. Red, no. Oh, ace. Can put that over there. Oh wait, black king. I can't put this anywhere though. Red king. Still can't put that anywhere. There's another ace. At least we can maybe get the reshuffle. Is it reshuffle? Black 9 anywhere? No. Well, 10. Oh yeah, there. And then we can move that there. Okay. And then 6. No. Okay. Still have that thing. I know there's a I'm sorry, this is just an extra thing. You can go ahead and skip ahead if you don't care about this. I just I don't know, like throwing some extra bits in maybe. I just kind of wanted. I thought this would be interesting. Getting the characters this was what Welt was doing. This was what Welt was doing. But I think I'm cooked. 7. No. Red king. I can't do anything. I don't think I can win this. Cause like it's not letting me use those. Like obviously I can't use the color, but I don't know why it's giving me 3 at a time. I thought it was only 1. Though I haven't played solitaire in a solid minute. Red 10. Oh, that or black 10. I mean, oh yeah, I can do that. Now I need a red 9. Do I have a red 9? Black 3. Is there a red 4 somewhere? Nope. Like can't put that there. Can't put that there. Red 8. No, I need a black 9. Oh, I need that. Is there a red 10? There's not a red 10. Red queen. Can't put that anywhere. I need that over there. I need a... Yeah, I don't think I... Oh, hey, I got that. Okay. So it is kind of shuffling. Some of these seem like they're in the same order. Black 9. Red queen. No. Black 7. Yeah, it's just the same thing. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Let me try and ease it. Maybe I had too much dip on the chip, as we'd say. A black 6. I'm missing anything. Okay, yeah, this one's 1 at a time. I guess that was like the hard thing. Red king. Black 7 can go there. Which means that can go there. That can go there. Black queen. That can go... No, I can't go there. No. Oh, the red 8. The black 8. No. Red 8. Oh. Get that. Ooh, that can go... No, that can't go. I think I had that. I don't know. 9. Nope. Yeah. Man, come on. It's like I never played before. That. Okay, there. And then we can get all those there. And we got another black king. Which one? Eeny, meeny, miny. That one. Ace. Get all the aces. Oh, man. I'm sorry if you're not enjoying this. Just, having a little extra fun, I suppose. Like I said, I trust that if you guys are not vibing this that much, you can skip ahead and see when. I mean, I don't think there's gonna be that much longer in this one. I won't imagine so. I do want to finish off this chapter before signing off. Oh. Do we have a red 4? A red 9. A black 7. A red 7. Do I have a black 8? No. Black 10? No. A red 10? Yes, but it's there. Oh, wait a minute. No. I did that before. I can't. Oh, yeah. A black 4? Ooh. No, wait, I need that. No, I need red 4. Red 10. Still don't need that. I think. Am I cooked again? Oh. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. You can, like, put them there. Oh, I guess that thing. I still have this red 4 though. And that, yeah, that's not a thing. Yeah, you can be a little Mickey and like spam it and like it'll go like to the right move for you. Need a red 5. I think I'm cooked. I don't think I have it. I must I don't know if I did something wrong. I don't know. That's enough solitaire now. He can yeah, now we can one more round of solitaire, we could vomit, you know? Einstein again has a book covering her face, and Tesla is again asleep and sprawled all over her seat. As for the Finn who was there before, he is no longer on this plane at all. After today's investigation, I suggest that we divide our troops to follow the 2 paths. The previous day at the cavern beneath Yellowstone Park, Professor Big Sister proposed her idea. The Lab 42 team shall return to London to investigate the clues of this certain HA person. We, the North American branch, shall continue to excavate these historical ruins. It will be better for Dr. Novakanovan the Finn to stay here and aid us. Your translation skills will be even more useful here. That should be no problem, as both Einstein and Tesla agree. As long as both Einstein and Tesla agree. So the Finn is staying behind. At least for now. It won't be a bad idea to leave the expert on ancient writing with us. It seems that even Schrodinger was quite satisfied with this arrangement. No problem from our side as well. I have a problem. I want Finn to stay with us. No, I'm kidding. On the other hand, Tesla was too eager to speak on behalf of Lab 42. In addition, I have already spoken with Edison, and I will return to the headquarters as soon as possible to report on behalf of the North American branch. Conveniently, I'll be on the same flight as Lab 42. Huh. Schrodinger was apparently unaware of this. Shouldn't she attend the debriefing in person? To let our Prince Nancy go and meet the council. I don't have to say anything, and you can probably imagine the scene that would cause. The long-haired professor laughed bitterly. Recently, there have been more and more conflicts between our branch and headquarters. If I go in her steed, the communication will run just a little smoother. That just sounds like a procrastination tactic. The corkscrew ponytail sighed. Since Her Royal Highness made the branch of a business, we have not had a good relationship with that group of coggers. Hee. They seem to be friendlier even with the Soviets. Big Sister shrugged. But to be honest, their eyes, being who they are, the nation, the economy, and other such things from surface society, these are all but simple toys to them. After all, they seem to think that only Valkyries can really solve problems. It would be nice if the efficiency of the prototype mecha can be increased 2 to 3-fold. Planet reassuring reassuringly patted Schrodinger's head. As long as we continue to make such advances in our technology, our delaying tactics will not be in vain. So bored. So she's coming with us? Maybe? I don't know. Won't you come play with your sister? What? At some point in time, the long-haired big sister had leapt into the seat next to the young man. Forgive me, but I must refuse. It seems that the young man's social status has not yet reached the bottom of the food chain. Ara, why am I so quickly despised? The other person plays around with the hair by her ear and pouts delicately. Who are you to blame? Just a while ago, you pulled me over to tell me a bunch of really bad jokes. What, huh? Don't tell me that you still wish to continue. Wait, did I miss something? I know. I just clicked and it just finished. Scientists clearly have all kinds of hobbies. The long-haired big sister puts on a pitiful face. Bro, she's always on that face with the crying. Compared to eating, drinking, whoring, gambling, and so on, what is it to accompany you with a little joke? From my perspective, is it because you only have my students in your heart? You despise your big sister for being too old, don't you? No, that's not true. Why would you think so? Then come and play with me. What do you want to, play? So, Professor, can you at least explain what you want to play? What sorts of things would a little brother be interested in? Why are we speaking like this though? We're not really not that, since the others are sleeping, how about we go on a date? Aren't we on a plane? What? Huh? What are you saying just now? What is there something your big sister that you're not satisfied with? This is not a question of being satisfied or not. But after we get off the plane, won't we be going off on our own separate paths to do our own separate things? That's right, so? The older sister smiles mysteriously, then tears off a few pages from her notebook and begins scribbling. Will you be able to protect the girls? If it comes to that, if it's something within an ordinary man's ability, No, that will not be enough. We assume that there is indeed a person from the past, so-called HA, who took the solemn steel from the ruins of Yellowstone and intentionally left clues behind. In that case, there is one thing that we can determine here. He or she must have felt that it was not safe for the solium to remain there. More so, even moving it to the United Kingdom and hiding it properly is not enough. Also, they felt the need to leave behind enough clues for future generations to inherit their own cause. So here comes the question. What kind of conflict of interest is it that would make someone go such lengths to do this? It's hard to say. Does the other party have a corresponding successor? Is it some organization that cannot be opposed by one person alone? Well said. So an organization that cannot be withstood by a single person, and that is also interested in Solium. In the world that we know of today, what are the possible answers? I only know of one, but I also know of one only answer. Do you mean... Oh. Before the young man can utter a sound, the slender forefinger of the long-haired big sis is placed gently upon his lips. She gracefully moves her body, switches to the other side of Welt, and sits down in a more discreet location. Red lips linger near his eyes and tilt to let the whisper tease and tantalize his imagination. Should we speak and whisper? It's just some private words between the two of us. Yeah, they're ending it there. I thought we were gonna get more. I was getting a little like, you know, I was starting to feel like I was watching a private moment. I don't know. Is that like something like innuendo? Like, is there like more that is gonna happen there or not? But I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. This is interesting so far. So we're going back to London, but after this like who's like the HA and where like the Solium and thing is, kind of a little mysterious thing kind of unfolding. And then like the dating sim aspect of this, like who is walking it up. But I mean, there is some moments there that's kind of like, you know, I feel like that could like be seen as like, you know, shipping material, if you will. Look at Tesla. You two, what are you on about whispering like that? Twin Tails complains while tossing everything she is carrying straight into Welt's arms. Oh, the danger! With great difficulty, the young man manages to grab one bag after another as they fly towards him in quick succession. In a state of panic, he spits out, "We're in the middle of a street. What should we do if something breaks?" "You pay." What? Tesla shrugs at matter-of-factly. "You're being too much of a bully." Since the fin was left over on the other side to handle the translation and archaeological work, you shall now automatically assume his male duties. Is that too hard to understand? Oh, and if Plank had not run off to Vinia, she could have also shared these menial tasks with you. Okay, so she's not here. She's somewhere else, but she's on the same plane. Oh, yeah, I remember she said something on the same plane. Okay. It's indeed hard to understand. Perhaps I'd be better to ask why a person like you had to go elsewhere and buy bags upon bags of useless stuff. And wasn't it you who clearly said, no problem, you two can go ahead and leave us? To translate for you, she's actually asking you, what we were just talking about. Oh, it meant them? I thought he meant like Planck. Einstein, who is leading the way by herself, stretches lazily and explains without looking back at Welt. What? Is that really her intent? Hey, I'm not that awkward, alright? So you should respond to her. Heinz is introducing you to the history of Northern Ireland and the city of Londonderry, something that Eyes is very familiar with. Refusing to acknowledge Twin Tails' compliments in the slightest, Mophead speaks accordingly to the standard protocol as though she were minding her own business. And in so doing to show you how Celtic culture is gradually being eroded by an Anglo-Saxon culture. Just now I should be detailing the differences between Scotland, Wales, and Ireland. What the? After hearing the actual details of the conspiratorial whispering between Einstein and Welt, Tesla's expression instantly brightens. Last time you said you've been to Ireland, was it actually here? At the time, it was not easy to buy air tickets, so I left from New York by ship. It was the first time I left home for a long distance travel. I was quite happy actually, although the time spent on the journey was rather long. Was that 20 years ago? Huh? Tesla, it was 9 years ago. Your answer was off by more than 10. 20 years ago. How old were you yourself? Youthful big sister. According to the Entropy today, we will rest here for a day. Then we will cross the Atlantic. Is this a flashback or is this someone else? I don't know. Regardless, it is. I was gonna stop at the very first point of a new chapter, but I got injured. I thought like Tesla was like overheard like the whisper. I was just kind of like interested, like, whoa, what we're doing with that. So that is where I'm gonna end it today. Yeah, that this is getting good. Or this is pretty good. You know, we're back at the home base, I believe. But the work is not done. They're still working to, this whole quest. And, it's, I think, just Welt, Tesla, and Einstein right now. And then the Finn stayed behind with Schrodinger, and in that branch in America. And, Planck, Professor Planck, big sister, is somewhere else as well. Well, she was on the same flight. So yeah, very interesting to see how this unfolds, how this goes. Kind of when she was like able to protect the girls, that kind of seemingly spooky. I don't know how crazy this is gonna get, like action wise, but we'll see what unfolds. I'm excited. I'm excited for sure. I feel like we got a lot done today. Maybe a slightly longer video, ignoring the solitaire probably. I don't know how long that was, but yeah, like I said, I'm actually recording this back to back. So I've been reading this for a while, reading aloud for a while. So I'm gonna dip, but I'm excited to get back to this in due time. For now, though, thank you guys so much for watching. Like or dislike, subscribe or don't subscribe. You know it's always up to you. And I will see you guys in the next video you watch of me. Goodbye.